Before I begin, I would like to say a few words in my father's language, the Cree language. Our elders always talk about speaking our language, and I want to share the language of my father's territory in Treaty 6 territory in Musqueam, Inaugural Nation. So I'm going to say a few words and I'll get into introducing ourselves, where we're from and things like that. So, Ansay ni wa kumagalak. Anas kamao, kisimantu no tsagi sa kisa kasabuan ta, nagtiyo Nagawa John Thomas Jr. and Silas. O gagawin mo ang skill che. Nagawa pasgig si Inaugural Nation o che. Nagkatawasit na pamatuan o che. Kaya, Nohtawi, John Thomas Sr. at Silas. Kaya Nohkong Eleanor Thomas, Kitsigasun, Maskiksi Oche, Nimosong, Lyman Half, Kitsigasun, Goodfish Lake Oche, Nigawi, Arlene Thomas, Kitsigasun, Kaya Nohkong, Emily Daniels, Kitsigasun, Kaya Kimano Oche, Kaya Nimosong, Joe Daniels, Kitsigasun, Kitwanga, Kitsa Nation, Oche. Kaya Imiwihti, Ipitagohti, Kitatamskad na, Kihtiaya, Ogumawak, Napaywak, Napaisak, Igwahkahkyo, Nanaskumon, Kemantung no skadi sa nanas komon mo tayo kiapit si pawayan ay haigis mantu miyasin papatsuin kahkiyota. My relatives, I greet you. First and foremost, I give thanks to Kisimantu, to Creator, for this beautiful day He has given all of us. I'll translate into the English language what I had said, so that we can all understand what I spoke in my father's language, the Cree language. I give thanks to the Creator for the day He's given us, and I acknowledged the chiefs that are here today. Ogamawa is what we call chiefs. Ogamawa. And the leaders that are here today. Napiwak, the men, the women that are here today. Awasasak, and the children that are here today. We give thanks to the Creator that you're all here today. I also shared my spirit name that walks with me. It's a Cree name that was given to me from the grandfathers. And translated to English refers to the one who wore Christ up there. The one who wore Christ. That's the name that was given to me, and I share that with you. The English name that was given to me is John Thomas. I also said, Ogami Mama Skioche. I come from Mother Earth. I come from there. I come from Musqueam, which is Inaugural Nation, traditionally known as Musqueam. Musqueam talks about a place of medicines. There was a lot of medicines where our people live and still is today. And that's the name of, Gitnyao. Kitwanga, that's our traditional name too, is Musqueam, a place of medicines. I also introduced who my parents are. My father is John Thomas. I know a lot of you know my father. He lived out here for many years. He played hockey. He worked out here in the mill in Gitwanga. He's my father, John Thomas, and he's a Cree from the Alberta area, Treaty 6 territory. I know a funny story I'll share with you as I move on. My grandfather, Joe Daniels, used to bug my dad and said to my dad, John, you come from the dinosaur clan. Because that's where all the oil is in Alberta. So, yeah, my Muslim Joe used to bug my dad like that, all in good fun. So my grandmother comes from Enoch Cree Nation from Muskegee. My grandfather comes from Goodfish Lake, which is another reserve in Alberta. And then they also introduced me my mother. My mother's maiden name is Arlene Daniels. She married my dad and became Arlene Thomas. And so that's my mom over there. And all my aunties and my uncles. And my grandmother is late Emily Daniels. My grandmother came from Haisla Nation, Kimano, part of the Eagle clan over there. And she married my Muslim Joe and came into Gitxsan to Gitwanga and married my grandfather, my Yep. And of course my grandfather, Joe Daniels, that's my Yep. And I always told my daughter here that, you should be very, very proud. You come from a strong bloodline and history of Haisla and Gitxsan and Cree. So, always important to know who you are and where you come from. I guess, before we move forward, I'll kind of explain what we are going to be doing here. We're going to be doing a drum song. We always do a drum song to honor this drum that we're going to be singing with here, our Muslim. So we wanted to do that. After that, we're going to be doing a grand entry. We'll be coming around this way, and then after that's done, we are going to get into the individual dances and share with you some of those dances. So maybe before we get into that, I can share with, I would like to share two things with you before we get into that. And, our elders back home, have these many teachings that they share with us. And I want to share a little bit of the creation story, how we came to be, our creation story. We're here today to share culture, it's a cultural exchange, and share some information and how we do things. So I want to share with you quickly our creation story and how we came to be. So the first man and the first woman, Kisimantu Creator, grabbed soil each, and that's how we started, man and woman. As he moved along, the first thing that he needed to do was he needed a spirit. So he grabbed a piece from the sun. He grabbed a piece, and that was our heart. That's our spirits and our soul. The trees, mitos, is what they call them back home, mitos. The trees, we use that for our bones. The blood that runs through our veins. We use the berries that come from Mother Earth or God and Mamaski. We use those berries to help create our blood. Every organ in our body that we have, there's plants, and we come from those things. So, as Creator was building us, there's we talk about the ospagan, the pipe stem. It's a spiritual connection. That pipe stem is made of wood, and that pipe stone is made of stone, which has a spirit. That's a spiritual connection. When we smoke that pipe, our Our prayers go to the Creator, but you need that spiritual and that physical, which represents us is that pipe stem, and the spiritual is the rock that is made in the pipe stem. Moving forward, I just want to talk a little bit about our powwow and how that came to be. I'm also learning some of those teachings about how powwow came to be. And a long time ago, Gayas, before the settlers came, the people of the East were warned that the settlers are going to come. So they started building these weapons. Can you grab me that thing? They started building weapons like these to protect themselves. This is a club, a war club. And they started building these things. As they started coming west, this dance, it's called Quatsimwin. And that's a Cree word, but it also refers to the Sioux people, where this dance came from. We got this dance from the Sioux people, and from the teachings that I've learned, what it was back then was about life and death, and it's about protecting the tribe, and to protect ourselves from what was coming. Eventually, as we move forward, the Gamsiwas, Munyawa couldn't say Quatsimwin, so they thought it was easier to say powwow. So there's a lot of teachings behind our dances, and it's a beautiful thing when we dance. It's similar to when we sing. We dance for those that can't dance. It's a prayer. We help people for healing, and that way it makes people feel good. For those that can't dance, we dance for them, and we pray for them. When we hear a drum, we pray for everybody. So before we get going, we're going to sing our drum song, and then we'll get into our grand entry here.